If you're going on a cruise and you want to make sure that you have the absolute best experience possible, I'm going to share with you 10 plus ways that you can level up your cruise experience, and some of them don't even have to cost a lot of money. Hi there, I'm Ilana from the website lifewellcruise.com. Welcome back to my channel. Now, if you are planning your cruise, I know so many of us are thinking, how can we make it a little bit better? Let's face it, some of us haven't cruised for a while, or even if we have, we just realize every experience should really be its best. Life is short. Anyway, enough said, but in this video, I'm going to share with you the things that you could do on a cruise to really make that experience better. And some of them don't even have to cost a lot of money. There really is something here for every budget. Now, something I should mention is, well, first of all, not all of these things are going to be for every person. Sometimes you might think that something is worth it and I might not, and vice versa. And that's totally okay. And the second thing is, if you do enjoy this video, if you find it helpful, informative, or enjoyable in any way, then please do give the video a big thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. And of course, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Okay, let's get started. Number one, consider upgrading your cruise cabin. Now, I know this one might seem a little bit obvious, but I really do think it can absolutely enhance your cruise vacation, and it is something worth thinking about. So if you usually cruise in an inside cabin, maybe do consider what it might be like to cruise in a balcony cabin. Will you enjoy that extra space on this particular cruise? And I should mention, there's absolutely no shade to anybody who cruises in inside cabins. For most of our cruise experiences, we were actually in inside cabins. I do really like them, but there is something about the balcony and some of the things that you can do on a cruise on a balcony that might make it something that is worth thinking about. Now, if you do usually get a balcony cabin, maybe consider getting a mini suite, or maybe even consider going up to like a spa class cabin, like an aqua class cabin. Or if you're usually in a mini suite, maybe consider going up to a suite, or even something like one of the Haven cabins, the Haven suites on Norwegian Cruise Line. So there are a myriad of things that you can do, but especially sometimes you can actually bid for upgrades. So it might be something to think about. Even if you don't want to spend a lot of money, consider maybe how you can upgrade that cabin. Just maybe check the price difference and see if it is worth it for you to level up your cruise cabin experience. Number two, start your cruise off with some romance. So what you can do is you can actually have a champagne sail away. You can order right on the cruise line website. You can order champagne to be delivered to your cabin, and you can have a couple of champagne glasses left there. That is a great way to enjoy sail away privately from your own balcony. Or in some cases, cruise lines may let you bring your own champagne on. Now, if you do bring your own champagne onto the cruise ship, then what you do want to make sure that you do is you go down to one of the bars and you do ask for a couple of champagne glasses. Make sure they are prepared in advance for sail away. Number three, plan something special in the cruise ports of call. And in particular, even if you're on a budget, I do suggest that you pick at least one cruise port of call where you pick a very special cruise excursion, one that you're going to have great photos of, great memories. So it could be zip lining, it could be kayaking, it could be hiking, it could be snorkeling, it could be a culinary type of tour or excursion. Obviously, the choice is yours. You know what you like. But if you do one thing that you just absolutely loved, you're going to have such a great time. You're going to come back with all of those memories. Just a great way to level up your cruise experience. Number four, level up your cruise before you even get on your cruise. Now, what I mean is choose a pre-cruise hotel that is a little more luxurious than you usually would travel in. After all, it's just one night before your cruise. And while it does cost a little more than maybe a less expensive hotel, you may really enjoy that experience. It may really start off your cruise right. And sometimes it's only maybe $50 to $100 more for that hotel room that's more expensive. So maybe in the scheme of the entire budget, it doesn't make that big a difference. So maybe just consider if that is something worth it for you. Maybe you have a more luxurious hotel room. Maybe you have just these gorgeous grounds with a really beautiful resort style pool. And it just really will start the cruise off right. Now, please let me know so far, what are the things you agree with, don't agree with? What have you done before? Please let me know in the comments below. Number 5, do a little bit of research and pick a specialty restaurant or 2 or 3, but go out for one of those a little bit more intimate dinners on the cruise ship. Really, even though cruise food is very good, cruise lines really do put that extra effort into those specialty restaurants, and generally the food is just a little bit more nicely presented. It's usually a more spacious restaurant to sit in, and overall the quality and the service is that little bit better. Now obviously it depends what you like to do, but some of our specialty restaurant experiences really have been some of our most memorable dining experiences of our cruises. Number 6, now this one sometimes is free and all the time really isn't very expensive, but this is to order room service to your cabin. Now personally, I really like room service. This started years ago when we first started cruising and we'd cruise with our children. Room service was free on every cruise line, I think, at the time. And it honestly felt like this luxury we had with cruising. And we still do it because it still just makes us feel like a cruise is something special beyond we never order room service in hotels. Anyway, that's just us. But in any case, order room service. You can have breakfast right on your balcony if you like, or even if you don't have a balcony, you can have breakfast in bed. You can have breakfast on those early mornings when you're going to an early shore excursion. So there are a lot of benefits, but you can even order a late night snack. You could order drinks to your cabin. That's the case with Princess Cruises right now. If you haven't seen my review and my tips about Princess Cruises, you should definitely check that out. I will leave that in the description below. Now, please let me know if you enjoy room service on a cruise. Do you use it? Do you not? Please let me know. Number 7. Now, number 7 has a part A and a part B, and being completely honest, this is not anywhere close to free. There definitely is a price to this. So one of them is consider going to the spa, maybe booking a massage, like a couples massage, but you can also get a spa pass. And these are not necessarily very expensive, and you might really enjoy this experience. You can get that spa pass for the entire week, or you can get it just for a day or even sometimes a half day. So that doesn't have to be expensive, and it can really level up your cruise experience. Now, something else that I normally wouldn't have considered, but honestly, reading a lot of the comments under my videos, I've come to realize I think I was mistaken about something. And it is that you might want to consider getting a haircut on a cruise, or for a man, even a shave. Now, I say this because a lot of people have said that they've had haircuts on cruises, in particular men, and they weren't really significantly more than on land. And a lot of people said these were the best haircuts that they've ever gotten. So let me know if you ever use the hairstylist on a cruise ship, but this might be a way to pamper yourself, and you're on a cruise, you're on vacation, so why not? Number 8, renew your vows at sea. Now, we all know cruises are romantic, but especially if you're celebrating something like an anniversary, or maybe you got married at sea a few years ago, renew your vows at sea, perhaps on your next cruise. Now, I know in the past some cruise lines did have those group vow renewal services, and as a matter of fact, our cruise that we did before the pandemic, we did participate in a group vow renewal service on Princess, and that was really something nice. But now no cruise lines, to my knowledge, are offering the group vow renewal services, but you can still get, well, that individual package. So it can be really something quite nice. Now, the price for a lot of packages start at probably the high 100s, and they go up to, even several $100s depending on what you have included. But it could be something really nice, really romantic to consider for your next cruise, maybe even surprising your partner. Number 9, I have some free or some almost free ways to level up your cruise. Now, this one thing is so simple, but for some reason, I don't know, it feels very luxurious. It is to ask for the complimentary bathrobes that are available on many cruise lines. Now, oftentimes this is maybe when you do your pre-cruise check-in, you have some different options. You can say what your preferences are, and you can actually request that bathrobes are left in your cabin. They are quite nice, and it is a little bit of a treat to have that bathrobe in your cabin. Now, if you like a more comfortable bed, is something else that I guess is free, and it is a way to level up your comfort on a cruise, but it is to ask for a mattress topper, for the bed. And oftentimes you might even be able to find some pillows that are maybe a little bit more comfortable. So those are some things to ask your cabin steward or cabin attendant. Now you can also decorate your cabin or decorate your cabin door. Now you can definitely pay for this by going on the cruise line website, and they can put like a banner outside of your door that might say happy anniversary or happy birthday, and they'll put a couple of balloons on there as well. But you can also bring things on board and you can decorate your cabin door yourself. You could even have banners made that are personalized. There are a lot of things that you can do to make your cruise cabin stand out a little bit and to have a little bit of fun. Please let me know if you do decorate your cruise cabin door. Now you can also take photos on your cruise. So you could of course go to the ship's photographer and you can take a package if you want, or even buy photos individually. This is really not necessarily very expensive, especially if you are buying just 1 or 2 photos. However, you could even take photos by yourself. And if you like to make something a little more special, consider even vlogging your cruise. You could put it on YouTube, of course, but you don't even need to. You can create your own memories by whether you have a GoPro or whether you have your iPhone or any other type of smartphone, of course. You could actually make a video all about your cruise and you will come home with those special memories. Number 10. Now this is my absolute favorite way to level up a cruise, and this is to book another cruise. And what I mean is to book actually a back-to-back cruise. So go on a back-to-back cruise if you can do it. Maybe you haven't cruised in a couple of years and some of the cruises are actually at a bit of a better price. So check out the cruise right before you're sailing or right after and see if you can make that cruise a back-to-back. If you can, you won't regret it. You will absolutely love not having to pack up when normally the end of your cruise would be. It is an absolutely great feeling, and you do chase away a little bit of those post-cruise blues. Now I'm going to leave a video right after this one about what to bring in a cruise and what you can leave at home, which will be especially helpful if you are planning a cruise right now. Now I'd love to hear from you. What are the things that you think are really worth it to level up your cruise vacation? What have you done in the past, or what are you planning maybe for a future cruise? Please let me know in the comments below. And if you did enjoy this video, please do give it a big thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. And of course, please consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't done so already. Bye for now and happy cruising.